Hello, and welcome to the Creative Mindset Podcast. I'm Isolde Trachtenberg, and I am thrilled that you are here. Today, I want to continue talking about how to ignite your creative genius, the inner creative genius that lives inside your head. Okay, so here's the thing. I broke it down a little bit for you the other day, and today I want to focus in on the first aspect of what you need to do in order to unleash that creative genius. And the first thing is you got to stop and breathe every once in a while. You just have to. That's all there is. You have to. Even if you're on deadline, even if your project is due in 22 minutes, one of those 22 minutes can be spent breathing and making sure that you are not forgetting something. Because if you're anything like me, you get super busy and you love it, right? I love being busy. I love being busy. The problem is I get so busy that I forget to breathe and everything starts becoming about reacting. What else do I have to do? What other fire do I have to put out? What other thing am I supposed to solve right this second? The problem with that, of course, is that you miss things along the way. If you don't take the time to find what it is that is centered in you, things are going to fall through the cracks. It's just a fact of life, right? If you're crazed, if you're running from crisis to crisis, things are going to fall through the cracks and you aren't going to be able to achieve the thing you wanted to achieve and the thing that supposedly and hopefully you love doing. If you take the time, though, and even if you're a crazy hair on fire on deadline, and you take even a minute to breathe, to sort of center and go, okay, I've got this, then all things become possible. And it's an important aspect of who we are that we do this to ourselves, right? We go, I have to do it right now. When you're working in the business world, though, they don't care about how much your hair was on fire to get it done. They care that it got done, right? So that's part of it. As part of being sort of the bridge between the business world and the creative world, I want to talk more about what business leaders can do to understand creatives. And I want to talk about how, as creatives, what they can do, what we can do to work more within the business world. Finishing things on time, getting things in on budget or under budget, all of those things are wonderful, but they're sort of expected, right? People don't go, yay, you finished on time. They go, okay, good, you got it done. So oh my stars, I'm late because I was running from one crisis to another thing doesn't really work, does it? It kind of makes you go, they didn't finish, or they didn't turn it in on time, or they didn't turn it in on budget. So people who are thinking in those terms aren't necessarily thinking, oh, they had to wait for inspiration. So staying calm and remaining in that space of being centered and grounded as you're creating, as you're doing things, is incredibly helpful. And the best and easiest way to do that, so that you do bring your projects in on time and on budget and hopefully even under budget as a creative, will help you connect and succeed and collaborate even better with the business leaders that you're working with or for. It just is that way. The more we can do things like show up on time, finish things on time, work within the parameters that we're given, the easier it's going to be for those business leaders to work with us the next time. Now, there are things business leaders can do too to stay calm and centered and not run to the creatives who are fixing something or doing something and go, where is it? Why isn't it finished? I can't believe that you're blah, 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 hair on fire. So from the other perspective, the business leader also, you can take a moment, take a step, take a breath. I understand deadlines. I understand things going completely berserk. I worked at NASA for over 25 years. So I understand that idea of it's a huge mission and everybody's pulling together. I get it. I completely get it. I also get that we have to have a sense of perspective. That perspective comes not from when we're running and trying to manage one crisis after another. It comes from that centered, balanced, breath-filled place. So that's my idea for you, and that's my goal for you. So I'm hoping that this idea of breathing and stopping I do it every 25 minutes. I stop and breathe for a minute. because it helps me remain grounded and centered and focused on the next thing that I'm doing or the thing that I'm currently focusing on. So it's really simple. I'm going to go through it with you just one time through. You can do it 4 times through, and it takes a minute, and it's very simple. You do this. You inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Repeat that 4 times. It takes about a minute, and then you're done. And it is the easiest, most delightful way to get back to that sense of calm. In fact, if you're going to try it, see if you can assess what you feel like, whether or not your hair is on fire before you do it, and see if you can assess what it's like after. I'm willing to bet you're going to find a complete difference. Whether you are a person who's working in business or whether you're a creative who's working with business, either way, this easy technique will allow you to bring that notion of groundedness and a sense of peace and a sense of stability and a sense of, I've got this, to everything you do. I hope you enjoyed today's little creative mindset short. I will be back tomorrow with more when we talk about doing something creative every day. No matter who you are, whether you are a creative or someone in business, doesn't matter. Do something creative every day. It changes everything. If you're liking what you're hearing, what you're seeing, do me a favor. Go to where you watch this and leave a comment or review and let me know what you're thinking and what you want to talk about when it comes to building the bridge between business and creativity. Until next time, this is Isolde Trachtenberg, and I send you all of my love.